Hi, I'm Dr. Erica. I'm a dermatology resident physician, and these are the things I did in med school in order to match into dermatology. We're gonna start with the elephant in the room because obviously it's not going to be applicable to a lot of people. I played in the Tokyo Olympics with the Nigerian national team between the summer of MS1 and MS2 year. But yes, that was on my resume, and yes, it was talked about a lot throughout my interview process. However, I made sure whenever I decided dermatology that my application was going to be great, regardless of if I made the Tokyo Olympic team or not. All right, first, research. I started off first year doing research in neurosurgery. Did I ever think I was gonna be a neurosurgeon? No. It was the only thing available at that time. It helped me build skills in research in general, but would I be lying if I said that I enjoyed it? Yeah. But I did some neurosurgery research, and then that transitioned into dermatology research when I was able to meet faculty who had research projects ongoing, meet residents who needed case reports and all that stuff. The next thing that was a big part of my application was volunteer activities. I worked at the free clinic at my medical school. They had a dermatology free clinic, which was awesome. So it actually gave me a lot of hands-on derm experience because it was a free clinic for people who did not have insurance. So I had volunteer work, as for sure. And I had other volunteer activities as well too, but that was the main one. Next, leadership. Leadership is something that comes in quality over quantity. You don't have to be the leader of all these different groups, but just find what you're passionate about and challenge yourself to be, like in an administrative role. So I was president of our dermatology interest group. I really only chose about like 2 or 3 orgs to actually be a leader in because you need to also show tangible change that you did while you were a leader, and you don't want to just be like, yeah, I was president of this, president of that, but you didn't do anything in them. Another thing I did in med school to match into dermatology is I went to derm conferences. That probably helps too because it just showed my commitment to dermatology. And then lastly, what's most important that I did in med school is I still had a life. And I think that really shows in your application because you're able to talk about your hobbies that you had. I talked about doing Pilates now that I'm not an athlete anymore. I talked about hanging out with my sisters, traveling. I even talked about content creation a little bit in my application. And so yeah, having a life is super important because you're not gonna know what to put in the hobby section and they're gonna clock that. Those are some of the things that I did in med school in order to match into dermatology. I do think, of course, being in the Olympics was a huge icebreaker, a huge conversation starter. However, it didn't get me the whole way. If I didn't have, good grades, good networking skills, some research, just a personality, I don't think I would be where I am right now either. So don't knock yourself if you don't have all those things that I just talked about. But it's just like a rubric, a little outline, just to help y'all. Okay, love you, bye.